What's good, everyone? So in today's video I'm going to be bringing you guys the 10 best budget Yu-Gi-Oh decks for the May 2017 national format. And the reason why I want to make this video is because it's national season. A lot of you guys have been hitting me up on Facebook and on YouTube asking me my budget picks for this format, so I am here to deliver you guys just that. So as I always tell you guys, so without further ado, let's begin. Starting out by saying I'm going to shoot straight into the video, and I also want to mention one thing. Keep in mind these are budget decks, and with that being said, these decks are honestly, with the current format we're in, with the triangle format being Dinosaurs, Zodiacs, and the true Draco or Draco variants, honestly speaking, these budget decks might not be able to compete with those decks. But with that being said, if they go first and with a little bit of luck, you guys will be able to win. So starting off with our number 10 pick, Spiral. Now, Spiral is one of those decks I've been playing and following since they first came out. It was one of the decks that I thought Konami was going to make be another Cosmos, and the deck has lit up to the hype, but with the current format we're in, with the Zodiacs and the True Draco and the Dinosaur, the deck just cannot compete on a high level. But like I said, if you guys open up pretty well, the Sleeper Turbo combo with the Instant Fusion and the Spiral Field Spell is really nice. You can end it with a field of Spiral Sleeper and Last Resort with your field spell and enough cards in the graveyard to recycle back into your deck, and that can honestly just win you the game, netting you 2 cards. Downflaws is it can kind of lose the Gamma Seal, which is why I got Spirals on this list at number 10, by the way, because it's a great deck, but it's too combo orientated. Like I said, with a little bit of luck and a little bit of consistency, if you guys can fix it, the deck can work for you. The deck's probably like 40 bucks. Dirt cheap. Like I say, like I do all my budget deck videos, every deck in this video I'm listing will be $100 or less. Number 9, Paleozoic. Now, Paleozoic is another great deck that can kind of compete in this format. And last format, prior to the release of the True Draco stuff and the Dinosaur stuff, Paleozoic was going neck and neck against Zodiac, and I believe Paleozoic even won a YCS. Actually, they did win a YCS. So Paleozoic definitely had a potential to be a sleeper going to the national North American WCQ. This is due to the fact that it's an all trap based deck, and if they go first, they're going to net a huge advantage. Setting up boards are totally awesome with that Paleozoic card that can activate traps from the hand. Totally awesome. Now it's dirt cheap because it's 20 bucks, and everything in Paleozoic decks just dropped due to the advent of the Maximum Crisis decks being Dinosaurs, True Draco, and the more Zodiac support. So with that being said, I had that Paleozoic list at number 9. It's a really great deck. Only downfalls is if somebody decided to go Sekka or Verdict Decree, and most people are running Cop and Cyclone, you're gonna have a hard time. So yeah, but Paleozoic in the right player's hand and the right draws can do some damage. Number 8, Domain Monarchs. Now, Domain Monarchs is another great deck that's extremely cheap, does not need an extra egg, and it pretty much has the stunning power to abuse Domain of the Monarchs and cards like Majesty Fiend. Now, Majesty Fiend is a great card just due to the fact that once he hits the field, your opponent won't be able to chain their Dryadens and chain their Masterpieces due to the fact that he shuts off all activated monster effects on the board, kind of like a walking skill drain. So honestly speaking, with the power of Domain just locking the opponent out, and with the power of Majesty Fiend doing well, and the fact that most Monarch players like me have adopted the Kaiju engine, Monarchs can be a great contender going into the national season. I definitely believe it's a good deck in general, and everything in the deck is really cheap, extremely cheap. You can get the deck maybe 30, 40 bucks once again. So yeah, Monarchs is at number 8. Number 7, ABC. Now ABC is another deck that ranges higher up on this list as far as price. It's maybe closer to the $80 to $100 mark, depending on how much money you want to invest into the deck. The deck just recently did well at a regional in a 60 card Brilliant Fusion variant, and the list can go on from there. ABC Buster Dragon is a powerful card that can stand the power of cards like Zodiac Dryden by banishing it, netting the ABC player a lot of advantage. And then if you set up Cyber Dragon Infinity first turn with Buster Dragon, it's almost hard for your opponent to beat you. But honestly speaking, ABC does have its downflaws. It can kind of break, and when it breaks, it does die. And then if your opponent does side deck the system downs, you're going to have a hard time. But with that being said, ABC, there's a ton of different variants to build, and it's an easy deck to invest in, and you can just invest slowly more and more and more as the format go on. So yeah, it's like a $40, $30, $50 investment, And then the extra X should be dirt cheap because almost everything XYZ based, unless it's Zodiac, is pretty cheap in the meta right now. So yeah, ABC number 7. Number 6, YangZing Metalfoe. Now Metalfoe YangZing was a deck that was really hyped prior to Maximum Crisis due to the fact that Metalfoes was kind of relevant in the meta because they can just pop the YangZings. YangZings get their effects. They can make that one YangZing guy that searches out the trap and can negate everything, which is very great. And that's another contender going to the next format. The deck's extremely cheap, extremely budget. I looked up on TCG Player, like every other card's like $4, $2, $3. The list goes on from there. So yeah, YangZing's Metalfoe is a very powerful deck, very combo orientated. That's the only downfall. Sometimes you can open up too many Metalfoes and you just brick and you're gonna have a hard time. Number 5 on this list, the Dinosaur structure deck, hashtag Boofu, the poor man's dinosaur deck. Now the poor man's dinosaur deck can do some damage. I've seen it pretty much play at locals, just pure structure deck. And I saw the potential of the deck. The deck can easily make first turn Lock and Doko, which are pretty much cheap cards for like $7, $8 right now. So you definitely can build a solid budget dinosaur deck without Dragonic Diagrams under $100, which is why I might do it actually for Nationals. Because I don't want to invest a lot of money into a card game when a bunch of the stuff is going to get hit post Nash. But that's neither here or there. But yeah, the Jurassic World Field Spell combos well to the deck because you can destroy dinosaurs in your deck to abuse the special summoning from the deck. So the combos in the deck is insane. $30 investment initially to buy the deck. And once again, you can slowly pick up the rest of the stuff in the format to get the deck up to that $100 mark or even $150 mark if you guys want to invest a month into the deck. So yeah, number 5 on this list, I have Dinosaur Structure deck. Because it's an easy investment and it can kind of compete. Like with the right hand, you can make first turn Lock and Doko, which is really good. And then, as mentioned, the Tyranno Infinity BLS type of card is really great. It's popping your dinosaur to book him on the opponent's entire field. That's non-targetable. Can pretty much wreck a bunch of people. Then he can attack everything and burn your opponent for like 4,000. I personally have lost to that card plenty of times, especially playing my Spiral Super Turbo. So yeah, I definitely know the power of the Dinosaur Structure deck. Very good, very powerful. Number 4, Barristan. Now Barristan, honestly speaking, probably one of the best decks, budget decks to pick on this list. Cheap investment, easy to play. You just play, it's pretty much Helmet. You play your barrier statue or your fossil dino, you play the card of the demise, set them up to back row, pass. Your opponent doesn't have Twin Twisters, or even they do have Twin Twisters, and you're running something to negate Twin Twister like a Hero Revolution is over, they're going to have a hard time. They can't special summon, and then once you equip your guy with a Moon Mirror Shield, it's pretty much GG no re. Most decks cannot handle that type of stuff. You're pretty much going to outbeat every rogue player because most people are not even side decking for Barristan. So yeah, Barristan is a great pickup, cheap investment, and it's easy to play, especially in a 12 to 15 round tournament. It's almost hard to misplay with that deck. Only downfalls is if you brick, you pretty much lose. Number 3, Fluffles. Now Fluffles is a high OTK deck. I included it on this list because I already knew it was going to be a bunch of people. Why did you have Fluffles? Why did you have Fluffles? But Fluffles is a pretty great deck. High OTK potential, but only problem about the deck is it has to go second. And with the majority of decks in the format like Zodiacs, the Trident Masterpiece deck, the True Draco deck, the Dinosaur deck, since they want to go first, it can be hard for Fluffles to OTK them. So if they can pull off a few OTKs in a 9 to 10 round event, it can be pretty good. But it's just a solid budget deck overall. Certainly cheap. The most expensive card in the deck was Fluffle Bear. He was like $4 on TCG Play. So yeah, check out Fluffles if you guys want a decent budget deck. Number 2, Metalfoes Pure. Now Metalfoes is honestly a sleeper going into national season just due to the fact of how consistent it is. And honestly, the deck is at full power. Nothing in the deck got hit. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comment section down below. But when I checked the ban list, I didn't see none of the Metalfoes cards in the ban list. But the deck is pretty powerful. It's really cheap. It was one of the best decks prior to Zodiac coming out. So I don't understand why the deck was not be good. And then with all the new Pendulum support that just got released, I can kind of see some Metalfoes, Pendulum, Pepe variant doing well at the North American WCQ. And once again, before I get to my number 1 pick, every deck on this list is not more better than the other one, with the exception of Barristan, because when I do my top 10s, like it's kind of hard picking a number 1. And so yeah, with that being said, every deck on this list is not much more better than the other one. They all have their consistency issues, and they all have their pros and cons pretty much. The exceptions of Spirals, I play Spirals a lot, and I know the weaknesses of that deck, but that's neither here nor there. Number 1 on this list, I have Cosmo variants. Now, Cosmo variants, either the Fire King Cosmo deck or the True King Cosmo deck or the Metalful Cosmos deck. Cosmos is a pretty good sleeper going into the national season and or the North American WCQ. And that's just due to the fact that untargetable ships, the deck got a little spanking, but it didn't get neutered. And if you open up the right plan, you can pretty much beat a Zodiac player just due to the fact that Dryden can't pop a ship. So with that being said, yeah, Cosmo can be a pretty good, decent budget deck. And once again, I'm going to rephrase myself. Picking 10 good budget decks in this format is hard just due to the fact of how ridiculously crazy and powerful our meta decks are in this format. Like I said, we have Zodiacs, which is the best deck of the format, arguably neck and neck with Dinosaurs in my personal opinion. We have True Dracos, which is masterpieces. It's like, oh my god. So yeah, every deck in this format is really great. But with that being said, I hope these budget decks can help you guys out. So with all that being said, post your thoughts and opinions about this video in the comment section down below. And as I always tell you guys, if you're a new viewer to the channel, I'd love for you to subscribe for more Yu-Gi-Oh content. I'm pretty much uploading whenever I want. And let's get these likes up, guys. Let's try to get this video to 100 likes. And if you guys like anime reviews and TV reviews and movie reviews, check out my second channel, link in the description below. I do anime reviews and TV reviews, so yes, check that out. So with all that being said, this is Chris from Innovation Yu-Gi-Oh! I'm signing out. Peace, guys. Stay innovative. Deuces.